coin, I gave up on it. And I told you the story several times. I stopped trading it because it just wasn't hitting my entries. But I can see it actually came back down to one of them, and I was waiting for this level. I've had this marked. It's 148. Now, being greedy, I would like this to come back down all the way to 125 maybe, or even 130. I'm gonna just mark this in around this level here, 135. I know QNT has very small supply. It's has made amazing moves. You know, this was obviously bottom we couldn't predict. It's a newer coin, at least looking at this chart, July 21, so a year and a bit. It has pumped crazy amazing return, and anybody that got in all the way, you know, on the bottom made fantastic returns on this if they held. But again, going back, telling you guys, you know, if you see a move like this, pay yourself. You don't have to take everything off, just ladder out. I think Crypto Senorita had a great post about it. When you see those accounts boasting, you know, I called this coin at whatever and it has made 100x. They called the coin. It doesn't mean that they have made 100x. And to make 100x on your entire investment is so rare. It's nearly like winning a lottery. You'd have to be very irresponsible not to take profits as you see your return come back to you. You'd have to be very silly not to take that money that you've invested, and when it brings the profit and not pocket it. It's certainly not what those big massive accounts keep shouting and clout farming. Just saying, you know, things for the sake of it, just so they get followers because they have made 100x. They haven't made 100x. They could have called a coin that has made that move, but there's no chance they made 100x. Like maybe on like a 1% of their investment, but certainly not. Sorry guys, I'm just reading a few comments that I'm getting in the chat. So with Quant, I was greedy before. I was waiting for it to come back all the way down to 75. It's whipped down to 78. I didn't have bids there, and I just moved on. Since then, it, like I had it marked here, it made a 183% move to the upside. It's cooling off. It's actually a very sharp reversal. I wouldn't be surprised this to do some sort of a nice dance around here. It's not a bad level to get into Quant right now, with very clear invalidation and bagging those profits when it turns. It's a nice level for me to consider getting a bag and either starting to DCA and wait for a reversal at any of those levels I just showed you, 135, 130, possibly all the way down to 100. But if you see that reversal, if you start DCAing, to take your profits. It might, let's just check some of you my favorite, because this is, look at that, right? It's a good level, and this is what is confirming it for me. It is just a sweep below 50 EMA on the daily, touching the cloud, the bottom of the cloud. It's done it before. It's done it here. Look, it didn't go all the way down to the bottom of the cloud of 50 EMA, but it did have a deviation below it and it then went up. If you're trading, it's not a bad level in terms of your risk to reward ratio here either. Thinking, it could reverse because Quant has done it before. Bitcoin was dropping and Quant was popping, right? So this strategically, I feel it's not a bad level to get in, start slowly buying. If you see a reversal, unload that bag a small bit when you see a return and then wait for lower, because it could be just right now where it could be seeing a retest of this level a little bit higher, come back down, lower again. Now keep in mind, because it has been trading above the 200 EMA, and I really like this, so it could also act as a support level. So in around, depending obviously how this is going to curve, because it could go down lower now, it's a bit lagging. So in around that range here, to think about buying a little bit more. It would be a nice level to think of your heavier DCA levels in between 130 down to 100, 110, maybe even, if you can get it. But this would be a level here, this range here, where I would be thinking of buying a bit more of QNT.